If you often watch scientific content, especially those about mental capacity, you've probably already witnessed such statements.
Compared to the earliest humans, and especially those from a couple thousand years ago, our brains have gone smaller and smaller, and the modern person's noggin is about 12% smaller than the size of one during the last glacial cycle, i.e. about 17,000 years ago or so. Additionally, it's thought that our brains have decreased by 100 to 150 cubic centimeters compared to those of earlier humans.
Humans 50,000 years ago were survival specialists. They had a detailed mental map of their territory, their senses were fine-tuned to the environment, they knew and memorized a great amount of information about plants and animals. They could make complicated tools that required years of careful training and very fine motor skills. Their bodies compared to our athletes today just because of their daily routines, and they lived a rich social life within their tribe. Survival required so many skills that the average brain volume of early modern humans might even have been bigger than it is today. As a group, we know more today, but as individuals, our ancestors were superior to us.
First, is that true? Has the human brain really shrunk? Let's take a look at how those statements about human brain shrinkage actually compare with the brain sizes of modern humans and prehistoric humans. In what is perhaps the most widely cited article, the authors provide a supplemental spreadsheet. But the spreadsheet merely compiles cranial capacity data from various sources. The authors did not measure modern and prehistoric specimens themselves using a unified method. It's important to understand that measurements like cranial capacity, which are highly sensitive to differences in methodology, should not be directly compared across different sources. This spreadsheet also fails to provide the sex information of each specimen, even though a male brain is usually larger than a female brain. Looking further at the geographic distribution of the modern versus prehistoric humans, the prehistoric individuals are almost from Europe and East Asia, yet the modern individuals consist of many outdated data measured by early anthropologists like Samuel George Morton, many degenerated non-Eurasian crania included. Whether one acknowledges it or not, Northeast Asians and Northern Europeans generally have larger brains than other populations. And most crucially, those prehistoric specimens are often highly fragmented, and estimates of their size can vary greatly. Look at this specimen, Neanderthal 1. Different sources estimate its cranial capacity as anywhere from 1,033 to 1,525 cubic centimeters, a 50% difference. That's huge. Back to that magnificent spreadsheet. Let's take another look at the maximum value they gave, 1,861 cubic centimeters. Assuming this value is precise, it's above human average, but still perfectly within the normal range of human variation, nothing special at all. The motivation behind this kind of rumor is simple: to attract attention by presenting seemingly academic but counterintuitive false discoveries. For example, chimpanzees beat humans in a memory game. Therefore, such false discoveries shouldn't be taken seriously, even if they appear to come from a professor at a prestigious university. A classic example of data falsification is the alleged brain weight of Oliver Cromwell. Some vague references describe Cromwell's brain weighing an astonishing 6.25 pounds. If it's the apothecary's pound, it would be 2.33 kilograms. Whereas a more credible report on Cromwell's head reveals that such an extraordinary brain weight would have been impossible. Based on the dimensions of Cromwell's head, his cranial capacity was only around 1,600 cubic centimeters. As someone mentally superior, I've long ago measured my cranial capacity and brain volume precisely with brain CT and MRI scans, in medical software like 3D Slicer. I've also measured brain sizes of thousands of real human brain images downloaded from multiple neuroscience datasets, and I'm pretty sure that my brain size is above over 99% of the entire human population. You can watch my first video, or visit my website for more details. The link is in the video description. Finally, if you found this video interesting, please like, subscribe, and share.